guys, it's Michelle here. There's something I've been wanting to show you that's in my town. I've been wanting to show you for some time. I'm actually a lover of murals or good graffiti. When we're talking about graffiti, that's in the eye of the beholder, of course. There's a lot of graffiti I don't like, and there's places where I don't really think we should have graffiti, but I don't have control over that. But I like a good mural, a good art mural, and this one I think is really great. I've always loved this one. This mural is a mural of Ganesh or Ganesha. Some of you will have heard of Ganesh. Ganesh is the elephant god and the Hindu elephant god, and what it represents is the new beginning. So a lot of people, Hindu people that believe in that religion, pray to the god Ganesh when they're starting a new endeavor or they want something to go really well and it's a new beginning. It's very pink, and I've worn a pink top to match the Ganesh mural. It might not be the best mural in the world, but for our small town, I just think it's really pretty. Happens to be opposite a primary school, and I think that's great for the kids to see art like that. There's a little bit of graffiti here on this wall. I'll show you that as well. Not so in love with that, to be quite honest. It's not bad. We'll start at the top. Now, it's been tagged at the top, but I can't read the name very well. Massalabia? I don't know. I can't read that very well. So there's Ganesh pointing to a full moon. Looks like the blood red moon we just had recently. Wow, wasn't that incredible? Did you see that? I watched the eclipse. It was just brilliant. Loved it. Got a sore neck, but it was worth it. So there's Ganesh, and here we have a lotus flower here in pink. Ganesh, elephant god of new beginnings. When people want something to be successful, when they're embarking on a new beginning, a new endeavor, they pray to Ganesh. And there's the other graffiti. There's tags down the bottom. I can't read those either. Yeah, it's kind of cute, that one. I remembered that there was some pink in this mural, and I thought, I'll put a pink top on. I don't wear pink often, but I thought, look how beautiful it blends in with this lotus flower. I am coordinated with the Ganesh mural. There was a whole range of these Ganesh t-shirts. I don't know when that was, back in probably the late 90s, early 2000s. So let's head down to the beach now, because it's a glorious winter's day. So I'll show you what the ocean looks like. Believe it or not, I stepped out to get some bread and a few groceries, so I'm a little bit sidetracked here, but it's just such a beautiful day. I wanted to share it with you. Oh my goodness, sometimes my timing is so off. I had no idea it's the monthly Sunday market here. Super busy. I'll show you a little bit of the beach, and you'd probably like to see lots of the market, but it's just too big and busy, and I'm just not in the mood today for markets. In the past, I've had so many market stalls. I've done the markets here and ran market stalls in this town years and years ago, 4 years, and I was really over markets, and I went back and did them to clear stock when I sold my shop, my main shop, and I lasted about 1.5 years, and I was even more over markets at that stage. Sorry guys, I'll just show you briefly. It's a pretty big market, and it's a very good market, I must admit.
Yeah, it's like awesome. Yeah, that manufacturer too. How they make it so tasting
So pretty butterflies. Wow. This is all beadwork. It's really, really one for
In a safe place, I got room to breathe. Been a long chase, but at last I'm free. These open woods, I knew I could find peace here. Nothing like the city where I got tired of the running, the catching up. I got hungry for the stunning high mountain tops. So I made some plans, some dreams to catch, to promised lands, to find my path, see the planet from greater heights. I have found a place out of time and space, far from city lights, up on greater heights. See the blue sky,
Wow.
feel the wind that blows.
This I'm in the mood for.
Get the rush
This
in,
today.
heaven only knows. I'm all alone, still I am far from lonely. On a journey, on a winding road. Tired of the running, the catching up. I got hungry for the sun, high mountain tops. So I made some plans, some dreams to catch, to promised lands, to find my path, see the planet from greater heights. I have found a place out of time and space.
Freedom, come on, 'cause here come the rebels. Come to save the world. Take out the darkness and fill it up with gold. I'm a rebel, you're a rebel too. Let me tell you that you and me, we got a big, big, big job to do. Yeah. We gotta save the world. We gotta change the world.
Out of time and space, far from city lights, up on greater heights. In a safe place, I got room to breathe.
Sometimes I'm quite old-fashioned. I quite like the old-fashioned way where you just park out the front and go straight in. Here, of course, they've got an underground parking lot. Oh, I hate parking lots. I really don't like them, and you have to pay. So there's Woolworths. I don't come into Woolworths that often. I buy online with Woolworths, but I'm back buying at Aldi, which is so much cheaper. Now on to the fun part of the video. I recently bought a, well, pretty economical wig online. Yeah, it's a cheap wig. And I was seeing lots of gorgeous wigs on ladies on YouTube, and I've never owned a great wig. So I thought I could cheat a little bit. I thought I could get away with it by not spending very much money and just testing it out and see if I liked myself in a wig and what style wig. Well, I had some idea. I did want a bob. Well, I thought the first wig was a really big fail. You guys didn't mind it. Some of you actually didn't mind that first wig on me at all. Before I was grey, and I am grey, I'm almost transitioned out now, and I am a white grey. And I know sometimes online I come up looking like I'm still blonde and I've still got some warmth in my hair, and I still do, but I'm getting that brassy yellow in my hair that a lot of ladies don't like when they get that. I don't mind that because it actually looks like I've got some streaks put into my hair. Because I was a warm blonde originally, a honey blonde when I was younger, but I went lighter to cover the grey, as you do. As you can see, my hair is very white all on the top, and around the sides it's quite white as well. But I do still have some of that warm colour left here in the bottoms, and I have been cutting off the bottoms of my own hair, trimming it really badly, of course. When I wear it up in a bun, a messy bun, it becomes really obvious the contrast between the white and the warmth that's still left there from, I guess, the transitioning of the colour out. That's a little bit about my grey hair, which I never intended to go grey. I didn't even know there was a grey movement happening. It was all news to me. I just stopped going to the hairdressers because I couldn't stand going to the hairdressers. So why a wig? I have lots of bad hair days. Lots of bad hair days when my hair just sends me crazy. I'm still waiting to get to the hairdresser. I have booked in at least twice but had to cancel. So I really want to get my hair cut, but that still won't save it completely because it's very, very dry. It's in bad condition. It doesn't matter what I do. Please don't leave me comments about all the products I can use. Honest to God, if you could see the products in my bathroom cabinet, you'd probably think that I actually wholesaled hair products or something, because I have tried so many over the years. But the fact is, my hair is drier, my skin is drier, and that's got to do with thyroid. A lot of medical conditions can cause dry hair and dry skin, and genetically, I was just born with dry hair. It was great hair when I was young. Most of my life I was known to have really lovely hair. It was easier to keep the moisture in, but that's no longer happening. So I wanted a wig. I wanted a wig for a few reasons, but particularly YouTube. I thought, wouldn't it make it so easy if I could just put a wig on and off I go? So what I'll do is I'll show you the first one I bought, and I wasn't happy with that. You guys didn't mind it, but I wasn't happy. And then I'll show you the 3 I bought after that, still keeping with the budget ones, still keeping with the cheapies. Boy, I could win an award as the biggest wig failure out there on YouTube. This is something you might find amusing. Actually, I'm not sure if it's more amusing or embarrassing, to be honest, because when I got the next lot of wigs, this didn't come with the first wig. I thought these were stocking socks. Really, you know the stocking socks that you wear inside your boots when you don't want anything too bulky? Because I wear these all the time. Inside boots, I don't wear socks. So then the penny dropped, goes on the hair. It just looks so tiny. I thought, how am I going to get my head in that? I don't know if they're different sizes, but I did manage to just get my head into this, and it did help a lot with getting the wig on. So let's have a look at these wigs. So this is the first wig. Some of you might remember this one. I didn't like it because of the dark roots. I just wasn't used to seeing myself with such dark roots, and online it didn't really have them, to be honest. But you guys told me that you felt that the dark roots didn't look bad at all. In fact, you said they made my eyes pop, and I could understand that because my hair has become so light, so white, I don't have a lot of contrast anymore, and because my eyes are blue, I guess there's not as much contrast as I used to have, and I really do miss that. But I never had roots dark like this. So some of you said you intentionally get this and you really like that look. And I thought about it, and I thought, well, you would have had to have had dark hair to start with, because I can't, when my hair was blonde, I could never have roots this dark because I was blonde from the roots. So obviously this look could only naturally occur, if there is such a thing, if you've got darker hair to start with and you're getting your hair coloured lighter. If you're going from a brunette to a blonde, say, I didn't understand how else you could get that. That's what I came up with, but if I'm wrong, just let me know. But that's the only way that I could think of it being like that. So that's why it was so unusual for me to see my hair this way. Like I've got some huge big growth at the back of my head. That's my hair tucked under there, under the, well, it's all just all scrunched up. I don't know what you do with your hair when you've got long hair and you're wearing a shorter bob. You'll have to tell me what you do with that as well. I'm a complete novice, as you can see. I know absolutely nothing about wigs, nothing. This is all new to me, and I know a lot of you guys know a lot about wigs, and you own quite a few and you've got some great ones. Lovely Connie Murphy said, why don't I try this? Why don't I try and get the fringe to go across to the side? And I don't ever wear a fringe, but if I did, I would wear a side sweeping fringe. These synthetic wigs, and of course they're highly synthetic. I don't know what they're made of. I don't know what they're made of. Is it nylon? Polypropylene? I don't know what they're made of, but they're highly synthetic. It didn't want to stay there because the part is so set where it is. I think the side sweeping fringe probably would suit me better, but with this wig, it wouldn't stay. It just wouldn't stay there. And of course you wiggle and jiggle to see which way it should sit, whether it should be further forward or further back. I guess that's your only gauge you've got, where your original hairline is, to see where your hair should sit. I suppose that's where you gauge it from. Now I'll tell you something really funny about this particular wig and what I did to this particular wig, because I googled this. It's not my fault. I'm not taking responsibility for this. Yes, I should have known better. I wanted to know if I could change the dark on the top and lighten it. So I did a Google, and it was suggested that if I buy peroxide, I can change a synthetic wig. Don't ever believe that, because I tried it. I went out and bought a bottle of peroxide, and oh, that was a disaster. Wow, that stuff's really smelly. Didn't make absolutely any change whatsoever to the color of the wig because it's synthetic. I really like the idea of a bob. I'm still going to get myself a bob, but I've learnt my lesson. I'll pay extra money. Well, here is wig 2 that I bought online, another one that was cheap. When I say cheap, I do think they were all under 20. I know they're all under $30. I think under 30 some, and under 20 others. This one does look awfully like the other one. I realise that. It's a little bit shorter, and it came with a heavier fringe or a bang. And I actually have chopped into this best I could, because I don't have a wig stand, not being a wig person. I don't have one of those lovely wig stands. So it was really hard to chop into the fringe, and otherwise I can't see. I can't see anything. I have to cut that fringe right back. I preferred the other one was slightly longer, and this one curls underneath here like that. And yeah, I don't mind that. This one's darker on the roots too. Isn't that a joke? Because I bought it because it looked light again, and I thought for sure this one's going to be light. For sure. It'll have a blonde root on it. Well, it didn't. It was darker. I'm really failing these wigs. I could just see out of this one. I don't know how women wear long fringes. They get in their eye. I couldn't stand it. I don't like things in my eyes. I'm funny like that. I'd like to see where I'm going. Oh. After those 2 wigs, things only got worse. This one, oh wow. This one is a huge fail in my opinion. I think this one is supposed to be inspired by one of the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian. It's Khloe. I have seen one of them with their hair like this, and of course it looks fantastic, of course, but they are true brunettes to start with, and maybe it's a wig. This is so harsh on me, this center part here, and the darkness, and oh, I'm all forehead. I've got nothing to conceal my forehead, and I have a long forehead. Not really long, but yeah, I have a oval shaped face. It might be heart shaped, oval, probably heart, I don't know. It's probably more heart, but I do tend to have a longer forehead. So I've just pulled some of my own hair out the front there, and I think I made it look worse. There's just nothing I can do with the front of this one. It's very wavy. This might suit somebody, but it definitely doesn't suit me. Yeah, I think I made it worse with doing that. Yeah, that looks worse, doesn't it? I can't come to terms with this wig at all. It's a fail. It's far worse than the other 2. Yeah, it's definitely a fail. And if you think the other ones were a fail, check this one out. Move over, Lady Godiva. Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. I had this notion that if I bought a really long one, I could chop it shorter. I don't know. I didn't realize it was this long. I've got so much hair. Yeah, a bit cousin it, isn't it? Oh. It probably doesn't look too bad from the back. I don't know. So much hair. I can't see there's anything I can do with this. I couldn't trim it without a wig stand, a proper wig stand. Or mold, dummy, whatever you call them. Head, a wig head. I don't know, what do you call them? I put some bobby pins here on the side. I thought, well, at least I can see. It was, there's just so much hair. It was falling down everywhere. The front's very wrong for me. It's just too much hair. So I've pinned it back. It's a tragedy. It really is a bad wig. My apologies, but there's a lady on YouTube that reviews a lot of wigs, and she did recommend a certain wig site for me. And another lovely lady there, who is one of her subscribers, suggested I check out this website, and I did have a look at those wigs because they said they often have very good sales, and I did choose one of those wigs and I might buy it, and I can't remember the name of the site now because it was a while ago and I've been a bit busy in between, and I sort of gave up on the wig thing for a little while. And also I had a look at some Rachel Welch wigs. Now they're not economical, they are not budget, they're not under $20 or $30. I wish they were, but they're not. So I had a look at some of those and I found one of those that I really like as well. I just have to decide if I want to spend the money on the Rachel Welch one, but it was my favorite. It was about $250, and for Rachel Welch that isn't too much, I know. I got off to a bad start, but I haven't completely given up on the wig idea, and I guess the lesson that I learned was, for the money that I spent, I was more than halfway there to my Rachel Welch wig, or that other label which I can't remember. So instead of buying lots of cheapies, sometimes it's better to buy the bullet and go for the quality to start with. That's my lesson with wigs. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you found this amusing, because I did. Even though I wasted my money, I did find this amusing. Hope to see you again. Have a great day. Bye bye now.